When smuggled animal skins, furs, tusks, and the like are confiscated at the border, where do they end up? Turns out it's a warehouse near Denver, and if you visit, you'll find an astounding collection of wildlife-related items that will both amaze and disturb. Hey, are you Sarah?
I am.
And this is the National Wildlife Property Repository.
It is, yes. Here is where items that have been seized at ports of entry within the United States are received from our special agents and our wildlife inspectors with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. Anything that's in violation of a United States law that protects wildlife, it can potentially be confiscated and it may end up here. The unique home decor and the skulls, of course, the fashion items, the furs, we see it all here. So this is a carved a scrimshaw of a walrus tusk. Walrus are protected under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species.
So somebody tried to sneak this in their luggage.
Yes.
And you nabbed them.
Potentially, not me personally, but yes.
This is a femur.
Elephant femur bone that's been carved into a beautiful piece of art.
Somebody thought they could sneak this giraffe head into the country?
This is actually a pangolin, and it's one of my favorite animals. It's also the most heavily trafficked mammal in the world.
Really?
But most people have never heard of it or seen one.
Why so valuable?
The meat is considered a delicacy, but it's the scales that people are after, and they're used in a lot of different medicinal capacities. This was a shipment of boots that it's caiman, actually, which is a part of the crocodile family, and caiman are protected, so didn't have the right documentation for that. Thought that they'd get around that by putting regular old suede on there.
They're fooling no one.
They're not fooling us anyway. We're gonna enter the warehouse here and you'll see the additional 1.3 million items we have back here.
1.3 million, that's a lot of confiscation.
Absolutely, and anywhere from the large trophies to the individual little trinkets.
If we walk down any of these aisles, we're going to find a plethora of surprises, right?
Yes. So this is our cat aisle, which is probably one of our more famous aisles.
You never see a head just calmly smiling. They're always snarling, aren't they?
No, they always have to be ferocious. And then one of the more disappointing products, I'll say, that we have at the repository here is this little tiger fetus that was cut out of its mother.
Elephant feet turned into stools.
We continue to receive ivory in, but we're seeing the tusks are getting smaller and smaller. Ivory belongs on an elephant, and that's the only one that needs it.
So by crushing it, you basically take it out of circulation.
We're taking it out of that commercial trade, yes.
You got a new shipment in of sea turtle skin boots.
It's a beautiful leather, and it does make a very nice boot. The problem is that most sea turtles, if not critically endangered, are endangered.
You just got a shipment of turtle parts in here, huh?
They were attempting to be smuggled out of the Dominican Republic in these baby formula boxes that are in Spanish, and their destination was China.
How did they crack the case? I mean, this looks like a perfectly realistic product here.
Some of it is detective work of looking at the particular routes that shipping is going through. And then there's, of course, why would you need baby formula in Spanish boxes being sent over to China?
Are you going to eventually run out of room in this warehouse? I mean, if stuff comes in at this rate.
We're very picky about what we receive, so we cannot possibly receive everything that comes into the country.
What happens to the rest of it?
The rest of it is destroyed at the port.
The National Wildlife Property Repository is on Denver's Rocky Mountain Arsenal and is open to the public by appointment. Wildlife smugglers welcome. To turn themselves in,